I did a car camping essentials haul at Five Below. Are these things going to be awful or awesome? Let's find out. Organization when living in a car? Critical. I picked up this handy dandy pocket pouch that fits between the seat and the armrest. Storage when living in a car? Very important, especially food. I got this awesome little bento box with a freezable lid. Gotta eat right as a vehicle dweller, so I picked up this nifty mini blender for smoothies and other treats. Staying cool in a car and circulating air is a must. Spotted this tiny fan and had to give it a shot. So my first impressions of this, it's actually for $5. It's pretty thick. This is not something flimsy that you would buy like in a dollar store or anything of that nature. This is pretty well made. I mean, you could see there's no give to it or anything of that nature. It has the handles that you just lift up on each side, and you just put them down when you're done. It has an air vent on top, so if you have soup in there or anything that you need to vent, you can do that as well. So you can swivel the air vent around. You can close it back up. So let me open it up now. And this here is the cover, so you can freeze this. The text might be backwards on there, but it says fill ice pack with water and freeze for optimal use. You can freeze this in a freezer, and if you have items in here, like I said, if you want to go on a picnic or to an outing or something, and you want to keep those items cold, this will do so. So that is pretty neat if you ask me. Inside, oh, that's pretty cool. Inside, let's see, you get the partition. I didn't know that you can remove the partition, but that is a big plus to me. And you just get some instructions. I don't know why anyone would need instructions for a bento box, but anyway, they do give you some instructions, so you have that as well. This is the inside, as you could see. That is the bottom. It is about probably about 10 inches long, I would say, and I would say maybe about 5 inches deep. So it is pretty sizable. Like I said, very well made. Okay, as you can see, I have the seat organizer in there. And I have to tell you, I'm really not impressed with this at all. It does work. As you can see, it definitely does work. And on the positive side, it does fit a fair amount of items in there. As you can see, I have my phone in there, which is on the larger side for sure. I have some moisturizer there with the green cap. Green is my favorite color, by the way. I have some eye drops there, a little notepad, and some lip balm. So, yeah, it can hold, a couple of items, but I don't like the faux leather. Number one, just, design wise, not a big deal with the rivets and everything like that. I just don't like it. But, at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter much. But to me, the bigger problem is there's no grip on the sides because that's leather. And it seems to want to be slipping. It doesn't stay in one position. So if I, just push this down a little gently, you could see there how it fell. So if you're driving and you hit like a rock or a bump or something like that, I think that could easily fall, between, the seat and the armrest. It could hit the floor of the vehicle, which is not good. So yeah, it kind of works. Well, it definitely does work, but it's on the thinner side. You can only fit thinner things in there. Again, I don't like the material. It's not holding up too well. It seems like it wants to fall through and just hit the floor of the vehicle. So I would take a pass on this. I think it's awful, my opinion. Not worth the money. You can definitely buy something for a couple of bucks extra on Amazon for sure. So if you wanted to take a gamble on it, feel free, but I don't think I would use this at all in my vehicle. Again, definitely awful in my opinion. Okie dokie. So this here is everything that you get in the box, guys. As you can see, not a lot. You get the blender itself, and I will crack this open in a couple of seconds. You get a silicone straw, and you get a little charger here. It is a USB-C charger. Again, it is a USB-C charger. It is pretty short. It might be maybe 5-6 inches. So very, very short. I do see a problem with this already, which I'll show you guys when I get this opened. But inside, they do give you some instructions. And just looking at this thing, it does have a little bit of weight to it. So it appears to be very well made. And you could see, I don't know if you could see the blades inside, but it has 4 blades, I guess. They might be doubled, so it's 8 blades. But again, I'll get into it in a second. On the top, we have a little opening here that you can open and close, and it's just a little pour spout. So if you want to drink your smoothie or whatever you put in there, you can do that. On the side, that would be the power button, and this would be the charging port here. If I can get it open, that's the charging port there for the USB-C. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I'm going to show you the issue that I saw with this when I was looking it over earlier. Okay, so here's what the blender looks like open. You have a nice little plastic cup here. It's a pretty good size. I would say this is maybe about a cup and a half. And of course, you get the base with the motor and the blades on there. Now, this is the big problem that I'm trying to figure out if I'm crazy or the company's crazy or if I got robbed for $12 or what's going on. So let me show you guys what I mean. And the instructions tell you to obviously fill it with your contents, your ice, your protein powder, your peanut butter, your smoothie ingredients, whatever you want to put in there, just like so. And then to put the cover on like this. That's the way they tell you to use this blender. But I don't know if anybody can see the problem that I see. Gravity, when you put stuff in this cup, everything's going to fall to the bottom because of gravity. The ice, the smoothie ingredients, etc. The blending device is on top. So when you put everything in there, how the heck is this going to blend everything that's falling from gravity on the bottom? I mean, it would make much more sense to use it like this, like a NutriBullet or any other blender. But per their instructions, they tell you specifically to use it like so. And that is a little nonsensical to me, guys. The problem is if you use it this way, there is a hole there that goes down to the pour spout that I showed you guys earlier. So if you put liquids in here like milk or, protein juice or anything of that nature, once it starts to blend, it's going to go down that little hole. And yes, this is covered, but it's not a watertight seal. All that liquid is just going to come right down here. So I don't see how anyone can use this like so. I mean, that makes no sense to me. Okie dokie, as you guys can see, I filled up the cup here, the blender cup, with some ice. This is ice in there. And to me, this is just my opinion, but any blender that could do ice, it obviously is very good. So that's the first thing I want to test is, can this little $12 blender, can this actually, blend ice? Because if it could do that, it can do anything. And that's what we're going to try now. And then inside, I just drink these little Ensure protein shakes here. So I'm just going to put one of these in, just kind of mimic like I was making a smoothie. So I'm going to put that in there. And I have to tell you guys, I definitely have my doubts about this blender. But if it works, again, for $12, that would be the steal of the century. So here we go, guys. Moment of truth. And again, I'm going to try this the first time the way they suggested, with the little device here on top, with the blades on top. And we'll see if that works. If not, I'm going to turn it over and see if that works any better. So let me screw this on as tightly as possible. And here we go, guys. Away we go. So let me turn this on. Let me turn this on. Well, that's not good. Yeah, guys, this appears to be dead. I tested this earlier. You know what? Let me take out a little bit of ice. Okay, so I took out a little bit of ice, actually a little bit more than a little bit. And as you can see here, this is the problem I was telling you about gravity. All the stuff is down here. So it didn't work before with the ice in there. Maybe the ice was kind of blocking the blades from working. I don't know. I tried the motor earlier with nothing in there and it worked fine. So why it wasn't working before, I don't know. But let's try it now. Let's see if it works. And if it doesn't, I will turn it upside down and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's the problem, guys. As I said in the beginning, how does this blend? So I'm going to have to turn this over now, and let's hope that everything doesn't come pouring out of here. Yeah, the does not have enough power to move this at all. So it does work. The motor sounds very strong, but it is just not. It is not working. That is a fail on the ice, my friends. So let's try something else. So the ice was a big, giant fail by all stretches, as you just saw. So I'm going to try something a little bit easier here. You know, a lot of people make smoothies with peanut butter and fresh fruits like bananas and berries and things of that nature. So, hey, if this thing doesn't do ice, maybe it still has some use out there for people that like to make smoothies that don't have ice. I'm going to put half of this ice cream sandwich in there. I just have a regular frozen ice cream sandwich. Again, I'm going to go back to, I have another one here. I'm going to put some of the protein juice in there. Actually, I have another one. I'll put a little bit more. Just going to put a tiny, tiny bit more in there. That's good. I think that's good. And I'm just going to I got some Planters cashews. So I'm going to try putting that in there just to give it a little bit more of a hard test. See if it could do cashews. I mean, cashews shouldn't be too hard, especially with all this liquid in there. So yeah, let's try that. And I am going to turn it upside down this side, the way that they tell you not to use it, because apparently the Chinese people have never heard of gravity before. So let's give this a go, guys, and let's see what happens. Again, moment of truth. Well, that's good news. That appears to be working. It's having a hard time with that frozen ice cream sandwich, and you see it just died. The motor just died there. So let me shut it off, turn it back on again. The motor is really struggling. So, and that ice cream sandwich, I don't know if you could see it inside, but it's still pretty whole. Maybe it did it a little bit, but it's still pretty whole. Yeah, I don't know, guys. That's enough for the test. This is crazy. This is a giant, 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 awful, 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 awful. Definitely don't buy it. I don't care if it was $1, not $12. I don't care if it was 50 cents. Do not buy it. Giant, giant, awful fail. Okie dokie, welcome back. So this is what you get in the box. There is really only two items. There is the fan itself, and there is a little instruction manual here. I don't think we need that. I don't think it's going to be that complicated. But this is the fan here. The brand name, I guess if you want to call it a brand name, is Trax, Traxx. It is mostly plastic, but it seems pretty durable. You get the cord that's built in. Obviously, this is the USB cord, so you would plug this in a power station, in a power bank, or you could even, if you have a USB port on your 12-volt adapter, you can plug it in there if you wanted to, but you would obviously have to have the car on for that. So I think the way to go with this would be to use it with a power bank or a power station. But let me open this up now, and we'll see exactly how this works. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ah, okay. And by the way, guys, I forgot to point this out earlier. This, in addition to being a fan, this also has a cell phone holder down here or a cell phone stand. So once you have the fan open, you can you can actually put your cell phone in there and you could use it to watch videos or if you want to work on your phone, whatever you want to do, you can do that as well. So that is a really, really nice touch in my opinion. But anyway, as you could see there, I just opened it up. It's very, very simple to open and close. As you can see here, it just folds down when you want to fold it away. You would just fold it down like so, and it folds that way. And to open it again, you just open it like so, and you just flip this into position. This here is the, I guess, the smallest size that you can do. Again, they say it goes up to 15 inches. So yeah, that is every single bit of 15 inches, guys. I mean, I can't even fit it in the frame, but as you can see there, that is 15 inches. And the head here, the head does go backwards and forwards. So you can maneuver the head this way, forward, backwards, and everything like that. Unfortunately, which I don't think is surprising for a $5 fan, there is no swivel or rotating head where it goes, or oscillating, what they call an oscillating head where it kind of spins around. But again, for $5, what do you expect, guys? So yeah, I'm going to plug this in. Very, very lightweight. I mean, this thing's got to weigh about a half pound. So very lightweight. Here's the base. Very, very sturdy. And again, you would put your phone in there, which I'll test out in a second. As you can see, I have the fan plugged in there. And you'll see I have my cell phone in there and it fits just fine, but more on that in a second. And the fan itself definitely has a nice breeze. Not going to blow you over or anything like that, but definitely a nice breeze, a nice strong breeze. And by the way, the fan is plugged into my handy dandy InU portable power bank. It is just fantastic, and I don't have a need for a large power bank, portable power station, that is. So I just use this, and this is more than enough. This thing is just rock solid. But anyway, back to the fan. So here's the thing, guys. I had this plugged in as a test yesterday. I think it was an hour and 5 minutes, and my battery went down because this goes for, up to 100% like most portable power stations do. It only went down for one digit. It only went down 1%. So it went from 100 to 99 in an hour and 5 minutes, which means you could, if you could extend that timeout, you would be able to use this for 105 hours with the USB cable plugged into a power source. You would be able to use this for 105 hours. That is quite simply pretty incredible. Now, couple of things with the fan. There is no on and off button or switch. So the way you turn it on and off, you simply just have to plug it into any power source that you have, most likely a power bank or a power station. That turns the unit on. Also, there is no setting at all. There's no settings like a high, medium, low. It's just you plug the fan in and that's it. It's just the one setting. But again, it is a very, very strong breeze. Again, it's not going to blow you over or it's not going to create hurricane force winds. Now, I assume most people like me are not getting this for the cell phone holder stand. They're just using it for the fan. But that being said, it is nice to have the cell phone holder for sure. So one thing about that is, as you could see, my cell phone, one of my cell phones is in there right now, and it fits fine. But not all cell phones fit. It depends on the size and the case, and I'll show you guys that right now. As you can see, I have my other cell phone in there, and that has a larger case. It's about the same size, maybe a hair bigger than the one I just showed you guys. But this cell phone here is in a kind of like an otter box, those very thick boxes that you would get, for dropping your cell phone protection and all of that. This one here does not fit in the little slots there. That's why I have it resting towards the pole of the fan. So yeah, I guess it depends on what cell phone case you have and all of that. Most of the thinner cell phone cases will fit, but if you do have something thicker like an OtterBox or something along those lines, you just have to be a little bit careful with that. Now, one super fantastic, wonderful thing I want to show you guys right now. Pretty cool, and I think you're going to like it. Okay, if you look there on the side of the fan, you'll see that little screw. And that is actually something very, very good because I was wondering this when I took it out of the box initially. If you wanted to, you could just unscrew that screw and that would take it off of the rod, the stem. And you could literally, if you got a little hook from the dollar store or Home Depot or something, and you just inserted a little hook into one of these little plastic ribs there, you can hang it up anywhere in your vehicle. So let me see here. You could see those handles on the side. I could put it there. There's a little hook also. I don't know if you could see it. I can put it on that hook. So there's a million and one spots that you can put this if you ever unscrewed that screw. So that is actually a really good little hack. And I might pick up another one of these units because, again, I'm going to give this fan away to one of my lucky subscribers. I might pick up another one of these fans and do just that. So my verdict on this fan, absolute terrific winner. Definitely, I would highly recommend it for $5. As I said, not a big deal, but it's going to be able to move the stale air around in your vehicle. If you don't want to use your air conditioning, this is perfect to use at night or really anytime you just want a nice breeze hitting you. So I would definitely get this. And one final thing, as you could see here, the fan has been on about 30 minutes now already, and it was at 99 because, as I said, yesterday I had it, I used 1%. As you can see here, it is now only on 98. There you go. Like I said, total winner. Definitely get one. I don't think you'll be sorry. Just leave a comment in the comment section letting me know what my favorite color is, which I mentioned in the video. Again, just leave a comment in the comment section letting me know what my favorite color is, which I mentioned in the video. And for the first 100 people that do that and get the answer correct, I will enter them into a random drawing. I will pick from a random drawing generator. I will make a video of that, and I will pick 4 lucky winners. Each of those lucky winners will receive each of the products